this is an oil that I tell everybody they should use every single day. It is the king of all essential oils. And the way I see it is if you don't know what oil to use, this one. You can't go wrong. So what oil are we talking about today? Frankincense. Yes. Okay. So I have a few notes up in front of me, but first, what I want to ask you guys is what do you love about frankincense?
It smells wonderful. It's great smell. I put it on my face every day
You do. Why do you put it on your face every day?
because I've heard
It's really good for your skin. How do you
Anything,
use,
right?
Nicole, how do you use the frankincense?
I use it on my skin too. An interesting way, actually, that we use it a lot in our home is for my mom's dog.
Safe to
Before,
use on dogs.
yeah, and he actually takes it internally, and she uses it
Interesting.
topically for him to help his cells perform optimally.
Uh-huh.
He's an older dog, and he's got some things going on, but it's definitely helped him just be healthy and not deal with a lot of things that older dogs deal with. It strengthened his immune system immensely. So, yeah,
So how do you get a dog to take frankincense oil internally?
I know, right? So we get the capsules from doTERRA, the veggie caps, and
Uh-huh.
she uses the frankincense with a few other oils for him every day. And then she buys these things. You can get them at the grocery store. They're called pill pockets. They're made specifically for dogs, and you get it. It's for giving them any type of medication, like a pill or anything.
Actually, pets was the thing that made me start using essential oils. So I have like this thing I say when I'm teaching, like, if you've got something on your skin that you want to have fall off, use frankincense because it is really good. And I don't even know how it does it exactly, but it's like something in the chemistry is so good for the cells that hang out in that dermal layer that if you've got like any kind of like skin tag or blemish or mole or some sort of discoloration or unwanted thing on your skin, it's always been really good for that. One of my favorite hacks for frankincense, and even my kids just know to do this, is when you have that kind of sticky congestion and it makes it hard for you to sleep at night because when you lay down, it just is there. So, frankincense right across the nose
Hmm.
is really good. It's a mild expectorant,
Oh,
helps to thin out that congestion. And it's one of the only oils that when you put it really close to your eyes, it doesn't bother your eyes. Because, like, even if
Yeah.
you use like a citrus oil there, you can feel that burn.
Oh, yeah.
I try not to get that too close to my eyes. So, like, my kids have known that. So, my testimony with frankincense actually has to do with the sinuses. And years ago, when I discovered that I had a deviated septum and I was exposed to a very harsh chemical in the home accidentally, and it started me down that path of not being able to smell, having chronic rhinitis. I thought I had allergies, all that kind of stuff, and even went to all the doctors. And I ended up getting a CT scan of just the sinuses. And that's when the doctor said, yes, you've got a deviated septum. You're a great candidate for surgery, which that terrifies me. Never did that. But I had inflammation. So one side of my sinuses was completely closed off. Couldn't use a neti pot. I know everyone's, oh, use a neti pot. Couldn't use that. There's nowhere for the water to go. And then he also said I had some nerve damage from a long time ago. I hurt myself. Anyways, I thought, okay, we're going to put frankincense to the test. And I would say within about a month of using it several times throughout the day across my nose and my across my sinuses, I could smell things. So let's talk about all the other things that frankincense is good for. What's some other ways that you like to use it?
I said grounding because it's like foresty, earthy, all those tree
mm,
oils. I like that top.
Grounding. Let's see. I use it every day just for cellular health. I figured if my cells are healthy, then I'm going to have a better immune system. My
mhm.
brain's going to feel better, like all that stuff.
Mm.
Let's talk about how they make frankincense. I think this is really interesting. They're just this gnarly looking knot of a tree, and they take a knife or whatever tool they're using and they score the tree and it cries. It's tears. The resin is the tears. So what do you guys think about that? Like let's talk about how doTERRA makes that ethical.
I think one of the things they do is they supervise that to make sure that they're not over harvesting on the trees so they don't kill the trees. I believe there was a time when they told all their frankincense harvesters, take 2 years off, we're still going to pay you.
Essential oils are a hot commodity in the world. There are more essential oils that are being sold in the market that are actually being produced. And so we want to be really mindful of that. We want to not only take good care of the essential oils, but we also want to make sure that we're getting good quality stuff. So let's talk about how they make the blend. What makes this frankincense different than any other frankincense that you can get? What's actually in this?
So I love that it's a mix of different species of frankincense trees, because then we're getting multiple benefits. Like it's not just the one species, because each species, while they do the same things, there's going to be some nuances to it. I think that's really cool that they did that and they thought through that, and how using all of them would be more beneficial even for us than just using just the one.
Yeah, because I remember early on in my essential oil education career, you'd have somebody that had a very specific element that one type of frankincense was really good for, or there was research to show that it was. But then ours was this other one. And so it was just like finding the right one. And so when they started adding in, because I think the first time they did it, they added 3 together and now there's 4 together. Let's talk about the blood-brain barrier. What is the purpose of the blood-brain barrier?
To protect us, to help to keep unwanted things from entering into our brains.
Your brain doesn't have an immune system like the rest of your body does. So if you had, what are some of the bacterial or viral illnesses that can get into the brain? So we talk about like
Meningitis.
yeah, meningitis, like those things can be really scary.
Yeah.
But the other problem that makes this challenging is that medical science hasn't really found many opportunities to administer medication to the brain for different brain ailments. Let's talk about frankincense and the blood-brain barrier.
Okay.
So it's high in a chemistry called sesquiterpenes.
So
Tiny molecules. So our blood-brain barrier looks like this. It's like a weave and it's really tight. And the molecules of frankincense can get in there. This is why it's so important your essential oils are pure.
Yeah.
You don't want adulterated, impure, synthetic essential oils getting into your brain. And so because of that, frankincense is really good for things like cognitive health. That's actually why I use it every day. I diffuse frankincense and lemons for focus. Helps me focus. So do you guys use it for things like your brain? Yeah.
Not every day.
No, I don't do it every day. There was a season where I was really struggling with postpartum, so I was using frankincense under my tongue every day. And I really do feel like it helped to calm down my central nervous system. Postpartum is a hard enough season anyway, and then if you're already dealing with it in postpartum, it makes it a lot harder. So that was really helpful for me, using those.
I love how essential oils are safe for new moms and babies.
Yes. Yeah, I always also use frankincense on my babies when they come out. Welcome to the world, baby.
Yeah, it's good for integration. And I know your birth stories and how you choose to give birth at home. And in the hospitals, they do the whole like scoring the baby to see how it's transitioning into regular life outside the womb. I think frankincense really helps babies with integration.
I haven't used them with my first couple weren't born at home, and so I didn't use it with them, and I do feel like it makes a difference.
Frankincense can be used aromatically, internally, and topically. It's a non-caustic essential oil. Like I mentioned earlier, I put it really close to my eyes. It doesn't bother my eyes. And so because of that, I feel totally comfortable using this oil undiluted, even on the littlest of babies. You can get frankincense in also a pre-diluted roller bottle. So if you prefer to use it that way, you can. Honestly, this bottle is pretty full. I've had it for years. We hardly ever use this version, except on the cats. This is the cat bottle, but we always use this one. Capsules. Yes. Have you guys tried it that way yet? Yeah, it looks like this really cool little pill.
You see the beadlets moving in there?
I take one of those every day when I sit at my desk. When they came out with that, I was so excited because I love a good soft gel capsule that I can take my essential oils on because I use probably 20 different oils throughout the day. And if I can just pop it in a capsule and get systemic benefits, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna want to do that. And it's safe to do that. What is it called? It's the frankincense stick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
I don't have it with me right now. My kids took it with them on their trip,
Okay.
but a lot of people are just like roll it on their skin. I actually put it right here in this area because I get a lot of sun exposure right there. They call it volatile aromatic compounds. When I first heard that word, I was like, that's a scary word. All that means is that they move. So when you open up the bottle, you can smell it. That's why, did this happen to you when someone gets in your car or they come in your house? They always smell essential oils.
And somebody will say, "Oh, you smell nice." I'm like, "Do I?
Yeah.
I can't smell it anymore."
So yeah, you can breathe them out of here. You can put them in a diffuser. You can put it on your hands. If you're doing that, one of the things I really like to do, just make sure you rub your hands together and get that warmth going, that heat exchange. And it just starts to smell really good. Sometimes when a space in my house doesn't smell good or my kids are moody, I'll just put it all in my hands, just to start waving my hands around the room. Okay. So topically just means you put it on your skin wherever you have an issue. And I always say there are 3 places on your body you should never put essential oils, but I feel like frankincense is the exception. Yeah, so not in your eyes. Don't drop frankincense in your eyes. I did find out that's uncomfortable, so don't do that. But it is gentle enough that I feel comfortable putting it in my ear. I may not drop it in the ear, and I wouldn't recommend that, but I've been totally fine with getting it around in there, and it does help with different types of things that the ears are bothering you. Oh, sinuses. I probably wouldn't put frankincense in a neti pot situation, but if you did get it in your sinus, it would probably not be uncomfortable like oregano would be. So,
That would be very comfortable.
yeah. Okay, so internally, and I've absolutely done it in a shot glass. That's actually one of my favorite ways to do essential oils internally if I'm not putting them in a soft gel or veggie cap. A lot of people really like to use frankincense under the tongue. Do you guys know why?
It can get into your bloodstream fast. Sublingual administration. When you drop it
Yeah.
under your tongue, it disperses more quickly into your bloodstream.
Yeah, we've got these giant blood vessels underneath there. And then another good spot is on the roof of your mouth. All right, Kimberly, take it away on what you just found out.
So Nailwood is native to Hawaii and it's good. It also says it's good for skin. It has many powerful benefits, being soothing to the skin, reducing the appearance of skin imperfections.
And that's probably why they put it in that stick.
I use the frankincense stick on my belly for like stretch marks, skin, all the things that come with
all
having
the skin health.
all the things that come with having many babies and your body stretching and shrinking a lot. And so I use it for that. And I like it. I feel like it really has helped to soften things. I don't know, like I still have stretch marks, but it just is softening. So I really like it a lot. I use it
Yeah,
most
so
daily.
we want our skin to be supple.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we're retaining that moisture. So a lot of essential oils help with that, frankincense being one of them.
Yeah.
I have a lot
That's
of older friends who like to use it after surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
The specific testimony I'm thinking of was several people have told me they really like using it after knee surgery.
It's got a lot of anti-inflammatory properties, which is really helpful for that kind of thing. I had a customer many years ago that started using frankincense. I believe she was pregnant at the time and she had C-sections. And we're all moms here. We know that multiple C-sections carry a risk, but once you've had one, the hospitals tend to keep doing them. So she used frankincense to prepare her body for this. You have scar tissue that's internal and also on the outside of the skin. So she just put frankincense over that area. And the doctors actually said the scar tissue looked really good compared to most women. All right. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that whoever is watching this finds this super helpful. And so let's just say one last thing that we think is the coolest thing about frankincense before we end our Zoom cast for the day.
Great on skin.
On skin. So I use it for congestion. That's my favorite.
Okay, I think it's cool that it can penetrate the blood-brain barrier.
I think that it's awesome that it comes from like ancient trees. Like this is like old medicine that has been here for us and we get to tap into it and use it.
Yeah, that's really cool too. Honoring
Mm-hmm.
that our creator
Yes.
knew that we sitting here today was going to use something that he made possible. So
Absolutely.
Very cool.
very, very grateful.